Okay, so you've got a store now. How do you get people to it? You got to market. You got to start doing some marketing work. And this is really, really, really key. It's important to have an idea of like a rough marketing strategy before you start your e-commerce brand. Before you start running your DTC brand, you need to understand like how to get customers and how to keep those customers. So it's like the key part of a marketing strategy, right? How do you get customers? How do you keep them? This is where we start to talk about channels, and we can break them up between acquisition channels. So acquisition being getting new people into your ecosystem, to your site, and then on your customer list by making them buy stuff. And then your retention marketing. This is your repeat purchase rate. People have already purchased from you. How do you keep them coming back? How do you get them if they haven't made a purchase yet, but they've given you their email address? How do you get them to come and finish that checkout process? How do you get them to come back after months and months of them not purchasing at all and purchase again with you? Reactivating these people. That's retention marketing. So we can break your marketing strategy up in acquisition and retention. Now, we're not going to go too deep in this, but it's important for us to cover the very basics about how you can go about getting customers to your site and get them to buy stuff, and then how you can get them to come back. Let's start with acquisition. I can go ad nauseum about all the different tactics and tricks and the organic stuff that you can do to get customers. But if I'm going to be honest with you, most direct-to-consumer brands run ads to get customers. Most direct-to-consumer brands use ads to grow. It's just the way things work. And the number one ad channel for most brands is still Meta. Facebook and Instagram ads still run the game. So back when we were talking about, cutting out the middleman in e-commerce, the middleman just changed. It went from being the legacy retailers to now being Mark Zuckerberg. But that's okay, because one of the nice things about these ad channels is that they have made it so incredibly efficient and so incredibly easy for you to get started running ads and start scaling with ads. This isn't the how to run ads show. This isn't a course on like how we're going to go in depth on account structure and strategy and all these things. But we want to tell you that it's important for you to start building a structural knowledge of this, because the most efficient and like the first step that we recommend to anybody starting on DTC is just run ads. Like, figure out how to run ads, whether you do it in-house, you hire an agency, or you hire a freelancer to do so. It's important that you understand the channel. Now, running ads is another exercise in having great metrics and understanding the context, because you can spend a bunch of money on ads, but maybe you don't see the sales immediately the same day. Spend $10,000 on day one, and then you don't see $10,000 plus return on day one. But what about 7 days later, 10 days later? You start seeing that money come and trickle in, because not everybody buys the same day they see something. That's where a really great piece of attribution software comes in, a Triple Whale, a Northbeam, etc. But again, like, you have to understand the context to all these pieces, and you also have to understand the economics of it. It's very easy for people to over leverage or spend more on ads than they can deliver, or spend on ads and not have efficiencies right. Like, if you're just running really bad creative and you're driving to just your homepage that's not been optimized, or a landing page that's broken, it's not a great experience. So if you're going to do it, make sure that you put your best foot forward in every part of it. Get really great creative that is in tune with your product solution, the benefits that you serve to your target audience, in the language that they communicate in, so it's contextualized. Make sure your landing page experience after the ad is really, really tied to the messaging and the angle and the offer that's described in the ad, so people aren't confused when they get to the page. Make sure everything loads fast, things look beautiful, and it all fits together. Take the effort to make it all work together well. So many brands get started running ads, but they don't actually take that extra time on the front end before they start going to actually set these things up. We will have a list of resources that we can provide to you, whether it's other ad courses or specific agencies and freelancers that you can hit up to start running paid traffic. One of the things that we also get asked a lot when people are like first starting out is, where should I run ads? What channels? Again, Facebook and Instagram, Meta, still the most efficient customer acquisition channel for DTC brands, especially when you're doing demand creation. You're doing any sort of demand gen stuff. You have to make people want your stuff. Meta is the way to go. Now, TikTok ad platform is improving. It's getting better and better and better. A lot of brands, especially the ones that are mature or maturing, have moved quite a bit of their Meta ad spend over to TikTok. It's worth trying. Experiment. Figure out what you're going to hit your horse on. But one of the things to really think through is, what kind of content do I have to make for this to work? So TikTok has a very specific type of content, the vertical videos that are required. If you don't have the bandwidth to make a bunch of vertical videos or videos at all, find a channel that doesn't require that. And Meta is a really great channel for that. Okay, so we just talked about how ads is one of the most reliable and definitely the first step for any DTC brand in terms of getting new customers. There are other channels. One of the things that you can do, obviously, is create really great content that you post on your organic feeds. If you're really good at these short form vertical videos, TikTok and Instagram Reels, go crush that, own that. Companies like Tabs have built their entire business on the back of organic vertical video. If you like long form video, double down on YouTube. Brands like Mini Katana Store, they have built a tremendous business using organic video content that is deeply tied to the interests and the conversation of their target market. If your target audience really loves written content, start pumping out those articles, start pumping out those blog posts. Shopify has a built-in blog feature, and you can actually customize blog posts using Replo. You can bring in your blog posts and edit them and add even more design functionality and links out over what Shopify allows you to do out of the gate, and write compelling content that people want to read and engage with. Turn your stuff into an editorial experience more than just a shopping experience. This is the content plus the commerce. Bring it together. You can do anything, but pick the 1 to 2 things that you want to be really good at, that you enjoy, or you can willingly do without getting too tired or burnt out by. There's a big part of like the sustainability thing. If you don't have the resources to write a bunch of blog posts, don't focus too much energy on it. The goal is to try to get to $1 million plus in top line in 12 months. It's doable for just about any brand, assuming you've got some baseline stuff figured out. Focus on the fundamentals. We also get asked a lot about, shouldn't I be doing Google ads? And yeah, you should, but you're supposed to think about when Google ads are being shown. You've got a variety of them, but one of the most common things that people will see is the search ads. So someone types in your brand's name, or they're looking for, new gym shoes, and you want to be at the top, obviously on the organic ranking, but you also want to show your stuff when someone searches for it. That's demand capture. So it's a different part of the acquisition system, but it's still, a very much valued, important thing. One of the things I would like to recommend is, no matter what you're doing, just run branded search. Branded search is when someone types in your brand's name or some variations of it, your brand should pop up. Even if you're already ranking first in your organic, it's nice to have that, own that term. You can also run your brand against other people's branded search terms. So if you see a competitor and they're not doing their own branded search campaigns, you want to steal some customers from them, bid against their own keyword. It's just a little bit of a hack there. But again, Google ads, demand capture, stuff like TikTok ads, Facebook ads, etc. That's demand generation. So one of the first things you have to do when you're setting up your brand, you're creating your marketing strategy, is understanding who your audience is and then where they're at. So make sure that your brand, everything from the the brand voice, right? How do you write copy? How do you write the content that you're sharing to them? What kind of content do these people want to see? Do they need video? Do they need static? Do they need long form articles? Whatever it is, make sure that you're making the stuff that actually your customers actually want to consume. And that's really critical. I think a lot of brands miss this. They start making a bunch of stuff because they think they need to or they have to, when in reality, they should just go back to their customer research and say, oh, okay, this is what people want to see. This is how they want to see it. And this is how they talk. Again, use the language of your customers. It's really, really critical. Thinking through branding, like this isn't a branding course either, but we would be bad if we didn't talk about, like, think through the fonts that you use with intention. Think about your logo with intention. Think about the colors and how it all comes together. You don't need to go hire a super expensive agency to come create all of that for you. There's nothing wrong with that. In many cases, those agencies, not only do they do that, but they also bring in a ton of other experience, ideas, and industry knowledge that gives you a huge value add. But you don't need to do it if you want to start a successful DTC brand. You just have to do some of that work yourself. You have to think through what's going to resonate in the market, what's going to stick out, and what still aligns with the core mission and the product and the benefits that I'm trying to serve to my customers. You put all of that together, and that's the basis of a brand. One of the great conversations that's happening in DTC now is, what is a brand? Is it just arbitrage? Is it something that's been around long enough that everybody knows about it? We've had some really great responses on our podcast when we ask e-commerce practitioners what their opinions are, ranging from brand is just having more distribution in the marketing. Brand is a longevity thing. Brands don't exist unless they actually have material value add on the enterprise value. So many different opinions. Whatever yours is, you have to think about how you are conveying yourself, how are you portraying yourself, presenting yourself to your target audience. Make it easy for your target audience to like you, want you, and buy from you. One of the last things as far as customer acquisition goes is affiliate marketing. This gets slept on within the DTC space, and that's why we want to talk about it here today. Most of the time, DTC brands just don't even do it. They don't even think about affiliates. It's something that is big on the lead gen side or bigger companies, but affiliate marketing is such a valuable part of your marketing stack. And it's really critical that you understand how it works and you know how to use it. So it's a very basic idea behind affiliate marketing is you have other people go do the marketing work for you. They're running ads. They're sharing your landing pages, your offers to their audiences, whether they own them or they're acquiring them through ads or other means, their email list, etc. And then they bring you a customer and you pay out when they bring you a customer, when they bring you an order. And you pay out based on a percentage of the sale. You can also do fixed costs. You can say, every sale you bring, I'm going to give you $30. I'm going to give you $80. How you structure your affiliate program varies based on your average order value, what you're acquiring for. I've seen brands that have really high LTV. They will front load a lot of the customer acquisition costs. So it's like a $70 purchase on the front end, but they will pay an affiliate $100 to get that customer because they know that the customer is going to be around for a very, very long time at that average order value. So it just depends on your specific situation. And then, there's the last piece of this, which is how do you actually find these affiliates? Now you can go recruit them one-on-one, but one of the best things that you can do is join an affiliate marketplace. An affiliate marketplace is simply a place where you've got a lot of people that want to drive traffic and sales to your business. And then you, the DTC brand, have a really killer offer, an amazing creative, and high converting landing pages that you can give to these people that they can then use to bring you customers. One of our favorite ones is Square Dance. They're a little newer, but Square Dance is a great example of a modern affiliate marketplace built for brands on Shopify. I've seen some stuff that is truly remarkable. Like some amazing growth, exponential stuff, where the brand's not outlaying any money outside of paying out the referral commissions, and they're getting a ton of exposure, ton of traffic, a lot more email signups, and obviously sales without having to spend any of that money themselves on driving that traffic to the store. So make sure that you think about affiliate marketing in your stack. One of the things that we get asked a lot when we talk about affiliate marketing is, when should I start? And that's kind of a varying question. Like you can, you see a lot of brands kick on their affiliate program much later in their growth, but you can actually start running an affiliate program much early on. Start out of the gate with an affiliate program. I've seen it work really well. Anyone can do it. So don't be afraid to test it.